Hi, class. I'm Miranda, and today I'm doing my climate interview. So, could you please introduce yourself, Myra, and tell us where you live?
Um, I'm Myra I'm a graduate student at DePaul. Right now I'm living in Chicago, but most of my life I've spent in Karachi, Pakistan. That's the country. It's in the Asian subcontinent.
Thanks for introducing yourself. So could you talk about some of the changes that you've noticed in the environment in Pakistan throughout your life there?
So I remember growing up, it's a very tropical region, we have a lot of rainfall. But as I grew up, we witnessed a lot of heat waves, and then we witnessed floods, and the intensity of the floods started getting stronger. And just the same year that I was coming to US, 2020, is when one of the biggest floods hit Pakistan. So I've seen climate change happening in my country without actually recognizing that that's one of the major reasons, apart from the country not being able to handle the natural disasters.
And how does that compare to your experience with the United States and the environment here so far?
I mean, even summers, I have not seen like a heat wave here. I feel like my body can handle more because of that. Um, and flooding there is worse because all the basements got filled, and I can see some kind of drainage system here on the roads, but you cannot observe those little potholes there. So I can constantly analyze what Pakistan does not have in terms of infrastructure, and experiencing rainfall here and there is just big is different because of that.
And because of these environmental issues, how do you imagine your family or your community's future will continue to be affected by climate change?
I mean, there's a lot of economic loss, but because of the stagnant water, there are a lot of waterborne diseases. The educational system just breaks down because we cannot go to schools, universities, so everything is put on halt. And it takes a lot of time to recover from one event. Takes like a year, and then we're hit by another season of monsoon. So it is a very tough situation to be in, but I'm still hopeful because I know people who want to work on addressing climate issues. I know female architects who are building houses in the rural areas that will cater to the coming floods. So there's hope and there's stress at the same time because I know my family is there too.
So you already touched on this a little bit with that hope and the stress that you're feeling, but do you have any other emotions that you'd like to talk about, your feelings with climate change, or a time that you remember feeling particularly emotional?
A lot of times in my classes, we talk about having a climate anxiety check in. And I remember my first few check ins were me saying that I can't wait to make a difference. I can't wait to go in the market and do something tangible. But a lot of other times, I just wished I was ignorant and I could just live my life without caring about a lot of things because it's a burden at the end of the day. So there are mixed emotions, and you can literally see me tearing up. But it's just the fear that humans have a great impact on other creatures, on animals, and we should all work towards this cause united, not think about the borders, not think about animals do not deserve a better life or we shouldn't care about them. So I guess it's all kinds of feelings together.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. So on that note as well, how do you imagine the future? What kind of world do you want to see in terms of uniting humans to the natural world or to caring about the climate? What's that vision like?
I feel like one of the major things that need to be done is thinking about the world as a system rather than divided units and just catering to our own needs. Because I've realized that we go in a positive direction in one area, but it affects negatively to the other area. So, my vision would be like a systematic change on a bigger level where we have policies that look at this issue holistically instead of looking at it dividedly within states, within countries. And then hoping, like we have a leader. For example, Singapore had a leader very early in their timeline who was passionate about it, and he made policies early on which are still helping them to be a sustainable city. So maybe we need a leader for the country who is so passionate about it that he's willing to make huge changes.
All right, thank you so much for talking to me today.
You're welcome.
Um, yeah, have a great day. Thank you.